What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about a secret website to find distressed properties for free. Now, this is a list, a compiled list of distressed properties that you can find for free. And as you know, like I know, there's not many things you can find for free in 2025 at the time of this recording. So keep that in mind. This will be free 99, and it's great information, okay? I'm not going to talk too much. Let's go ahead and get started. So the very first website I want to bring you to, or not even a website, I want to go to Google first. So let me backtrack because I have up on my screen the actual end product, but I want to show you what to actually search into Google, okay? So I'm just searching a random city and state. So that's the key part. That's the step number one, I guess. You need to put in the search engine your city and your state. And then behind that, put Open Data Portal. And I'll explain what that is and how it is useful to you in your search for distressed properties. We'll kind of break it down. But I just picked Columbia, South Carolina as just an example. Open Data Portal, okay? Now, this is the first website that I see. And I know that I've already clicked it. As you can see, it's purple. But if you scroll down, let me backtrack before we get there. So Open Data Portal is pretty much a portal that every city and state has in order to give you transparency. So they go over police reports, or not police reports, but police, reports. They go over just information about what's going on in the city, whether it's good or bad, okay? So this is Public Park and Deck Finder. That's pretty helpful. And it's also very helpful as well. City Information Viewer, Park Finder. So if you want to go to a park, you can find that. But this is where we're going to land, and this is our zone, okay? Code Enforcement and Rental Property Viewer. Now, I say this because, well, I click this. Let me slow down because I'm getting excited. So you click it, all right, boom, brings you here. So as you can see, it's a whole lot of red dots, and there's some green dots, and this is a legend pretty much to let you know what these dots mean. And this is just an example. Once again, try your city and state. So it says open cases are red. So these cases are still open. And in a second, I'll go over what a code enforcement actually is. Resolved cases will be in green. So I do see a sprinkle of green with on the map. Under investigation, short-term rental, non-owner occupied, short-term rental, owner occupied, single unit, multi-unit. So this gives a plethora of information that you can actually use outside of code enforcement, okay? I'm not going to talk about that today, and I have a whole bunch of information. I'm not sure if I should release it to you guys as far as to YouTube University, or should I release it to my course? Because when you buy the tax auction course, I just release exclusive information that could be related to just finding cheap properties on there. So once you buy the course, tax auction course, the link is down below. Once you buy the course, I continuously update it. So I might just place some of this information in the tax auction course data or the system. But for right now, I'm gonna give you guys this information. So it says open cases, resolve cases under investigation, and it goes on. So once you see some of these red dots, I'm gonna just click one of them, and it brings up the address, it brings up the case number, it brings up the date it was open, and it brings up why the property was dinged pretty much or highlighted for a code violation. What is a code violation? And why is this important to find in distressed properties? So a code violation is anything, it can range from having too many cars in your yard. A code violation can be debris in your yard, or your home does not fit the code, meaning I've seen overgrown bushes on a code violation list. And it prevents folks from actually, driving. So if they're at a dead-end street, not a dead-end street, but if they're at a street and they need to see and this overgrown bushes in the way, that could be problematic for the driver. So it ranges from a list of things. Now, personally, I have conducted deals wholesaling. I have a wholesale ebook as well. Check that out. Link in the description. But I've wholesaled properties off of a code violation list and made thousands of dollars just because I looked at the code violation list and I saw that a piece of a property was deemed for having debris or trash in the yard. I looked at the property, rode by the property, and saw that it was actually problematic. The owner needed help, okay? So like I said, you can use this for so many reasons, or ways, I should say, to find out information about a property. And what I also want to mention is that once you find the property, there's some next steps that you need to do, which is find the owner and find to get in contact with them, of course, and some due diligence, right? And I talk about due diligence in my tax auction course as well, guys. If you don't have that tax auction course, you are missing out. The link will be in the description and pinned in the comments. However, for this one, it tells you the address, it tells you that the case is open, and you need to also make sure you filter. This one was like nice and neat. That's why I highlighted this one, because I found it. I was like, yes, it's very nice and neat, and it helps me just look at it visually and see there are more open cases than there are closed cases just in this conglomerate of, looks like near West Columbia, South Carolina. And if I move the map, I know that this will move too, right? So I can use these, it's called data sets. I can use these data sets for so many things. Yeah, okay, I'll just stop there. But so that's one. So that's one city and state. Let's see, generally overgrowth, litter, and debris. So my next steps will be is to look up this property and see what's going on with the property, excuse me. And I will look at Google Earth, Google Maps, and see how it looks from street view. So you can virtually do this. I'm not in Columbia, South Carolina, but I can virtually see what's going on with the property, okay? Which may be another one of my videos. We'll see how to virtually do this. It's very interesting. And it can be done. Again, I started wholesaling while I was in Germany, guys. So, yep, it can be done for sure. All right, so that's one city and state. So you say, Kay, I don't live in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm not interested in Columbia, South Carolina. What about me? Me. I get a lot of folks say, what about me? What about me? So again, you can do this in any city and state. Remember, Google city, state, open data portal, and it'll pull you up some great information. This is Dallas, Texas. Now, Dallas, Texas website doesn't have it all nice and neat for you to find. And I don't want you to get to this website and be like, well, Kay said it's on here, but I don't see it. If I see a comment like that, guys, I know you didn't look very well. And I also know that you may have not made it to this point in the video. Okay, so make sure you stick around, hang around, help out the channel. So right here says all data sets. If you click that, you may have to search because it may not be, nice and neat and labeled the way you want it to be, or the way that I'm showing you with these various cities and states. So I'm going to put in code violation. I think that's what I searched earlier. Boom. And it pulled up. All right. So the same thing, code violation. You can click on one of these. Community created. Okay, cool. And they actually have a PDF file. I'm not going to click on it because I know it is 713,000 rows and 14 columns. That's a lot of data. I just don't want to put that on my computer right now. But you can click it here. And it did say earlier, let me see at the very top, it said that this was community. Okay, the most common are high weeds in the grass, litter, junk motor vehicles, and bulky trash. That's all. Some of the more health related like mosquitoes. Okay, those are all signs to me as an investor, a real estate investor, that the owner needs help. The owner may be an absentee owner. That's what we call them. Somebody who doesn't live in the home. They may have moved to California or somewhere else, and their home kind of goes by the wayside. So that's where you swoop in and try to get, I don't know what this means. That's where you swoop in and try to get a really good deal, okay? So that's Dallas, Texas. Where else did I look? I looked at Charlotte, North Carolina, random. I'm just all over the place. I've looked at Roanoke. I've looked at everywhere. Roanoke, Virginia. So I guess I'm mentioning these other cities and states because when I was searching for this, I was everywhere, guys. I was all over the map, the USA. All right, so I'm not going to scroll down here, but this one was nice and neat as well. What I did was I went to the Charlotte, North Carolina open data portal, and I clicked, what did I click? Code enforcement, and it pulls up an entire list. I'll scroll down slightly. It pulls up an entire list right there for you. Very easy. Very, very easy, guys. Very easy. I think I did Houston, Texas. All right, so Houston Open Data Portal, same thing, or Houston, Texas Open Data Portal, and it pulls up all of this information. Again, these are in a file that I don't want to open right now, but you can, all code enforcement violations forms. So what is my point with this video and how can this help you? My point with this video is to show you that these are distressed properties, not all of them. Sometimes it could be an elderly person that lives in a property and their grass just gets high and they don't have anybody to cut it for them. The code enforcement comes around or they get a complaint on the property and they kind of just, have to go through that, but for the most part, you do have to go line by line and see what are the open cases. You also need to identify what is the problem and how you can swoop in and help. That's what real estate investment is all about, is being a problem solver. Are you a problem solver? That's how you're going to make the money, and that's how you're going to just get a good return on your investment, whether it be your time or money or an energy for sure. All right. If you made this far in the video, thank you so very much. Make sure you comment in the comment section, distressed. That allows me to know you made it here. Now, if you don't comment that, I just kind of know you just watching and just kind of, this is free information. I truly do appreciate it. Make sure you check out the courses, guys. Tax auction course. I have a wholesale ebook and I do one-on-one consultations. Don't forget that. All the information is down in the description. I hope you have a blessed, wonderful day. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.